Welcome to my realm. I'm Tami Jorden, and this is Butterfly Days, the podcast that proves you're not past your prime, you're living in it right now, because women don't have expiration dates. Butterfly Days is a celebration of the extraordinary potential of Gen X and Boomer women. Throughout history, women have shared wisdom to uplift and empower one another, and you're about to learn hard-earned wisdom and best-kept secrets from interesting, inspiring women. So if you're ready to embrace your butterfly season with confidence, find joy in the present, and create a legacy that matters, you're in the right place. No more holding back. Let's spread our wings now. Here we go. Welcome to my realm. This is Tami Jorden, and you're listening to Butterfly Days. You responded, I'm listening, so now let's go further. The response to my last solo episode, called AI is Not the Enemy, stopped me in my tracks. Really hit me. When I recorded that episode, I knew that it mattered, but I didn't expect the volume of women who came back to say, yes, this is exactly where I am. Some of you shared how you were already using AIs in ways that I hadn't even thought of. And some have tried it for the first time after listening, which I thought was amazing. And a few of you had real concerns, ones that deserve a frank answer. So today is part 2, and we're addressing those concerns honestly, including a big one about energy and land use that I'll be straight with you about, even though it's not my area. Then we're going to keep moving because your time is valuable. That's why I keep these solo episodes short and chock full of useful information. So let's get to it. First of all, the concerns are real. Let's name them. 3 concerns came up consistently: security and privacy. I covered the basics in episode 1. Treat it like you're having a conversation in a coffee shop and never enter your passwords, your account numbers, or sensitive legal document information. That still stands. Reputable AI platforms do have strong privacy policies, but girl, your best protection is always what you choose to share. You already know how to use good judgment, so just use it here. Number 2, replacing human connection. This is a worthy concern, and I am not waving it away. AI is a tool, a good one, but it's a tool. Knowing look of someone who has watched you grow, no algorithm touches that. Healthy human relationships are critical to living your best life, and I will never soft sell that. If you find yourself leaning on AI for emotional support instead of reaching towards real people, notice it. It's worth paying attention to. Seek real relationships for real comfort and real connection, please. Finally, energy and land use. This one is bigger than me, and I'm going to be honest that it is not my area, but you raised it and it deserves more than a brush off answer. So here's what's true. The data centers that power AI are large, they consume significant amounts of electricity, and they require land, sometimes farmland or wetlands. And communities are pushing back sometimes. Energy bills in some areas are rising partly as a result of that. These are legitimate concerns that researchers, regulators, and some tech companies themselves are actively working through. It's in process right now. Also true, and this matters, using AI on your phone and laptop uses a modest amount of energy, comparable to a web search or streaming a video. The heavier footprint is on the infrastructure side. That's a policy and industry conversation happening right now, not something you control by opening ChatGPT. And land use is an evolving challenge that humans must solve because AI is not going away. The first nations to master its potential will lead the planet. We must be one of those nations, y'all. It's that important. I'm not telling you not to care. I care, but I'm not going to let it be the reason that women our age sit this out and get left behind. You can hold both the concerns and the pragmatic decision to engage. Actually, Gen X and Gen Jones, that is what we have always done. So this is just on brand for us. One more thing before we move on, double check your answers if they feel off, seemingly technical, or genuinely surprise you. Just like you would get a second medical opinion or verify what your boss swears is true. There is no perfect information source on earth. With AI specifically, if it gets something wrong, be sure that you type the correction in clearly so it learns. Use common sense with tech, y'all. I cannot say this enough. So let's move on to how to access AI because there were a number of women who didn't know, well, what are you talking about? Is this an app? Is this what do I do? You don't need to code. I have no idea. I can spell code. I'm now at the end of what I know about coding. So here's the deal. Before we get to new ideas, let's talk access. That means how you can use it. AI is app based. That means you can use it in a browser or on your phone in an app. You can start for free. And then if you like it, you pay for how much of it you're going to be using once you know what's valuable to you. So I'm going to give you 5 possible options. Don't go get all 5. 5 possible options for starting, and you should choose 1 or 2 and play with them. Starters, Claude. It's a brilliant thinking partner. It's best for writing, brainstorming, complex ideas, and real conversation. It feels like texting a knowledgeable friend. It has a low intimidating factor, and it's a solid starting point. I'm using it lately. I kind of love it. Perplexity. This is the best for research. It searches the web and it shows you exactly where it got its information. Actually, most of these that I'm going to list do that. Perplexity is a research heavy AI tool. So, and by the way, at the end of this, go look on the Substack page or Apple Podcast or wherever you're listening to this, and you'll find the links for these various apps. So Perplexity will search the web and show you exactly where it got its information. Every claim comes with a source link. And if you've ever mistrusted AI because you couldn't verify it, Perplexity is your answer. Gemini, this is a product of Google. Best if you live in Google's ecosystem for sure, but will work for anyone. It works inside Gmail, Google Docs, and Google Calendar rather than as a separate app, although I access it directly online on my computer and I really like it. Actually, I do too have an app. That's not right. I do too have an app on my phone. Integration has a real advantage. So if you use these products, then maybe Gemini is a great place to start. Finally, Grok. I know there are a lot of opinions about this, but you know something? It's pretty darn good. Grok is best for real time news and current events. It pulls directly from X. It is casual and unfiltered in its tone. It has admitted to me many times it has no idea the answer to what I'm asking. And I like that. I think if it's up your alley, use it. Who cares who invented a tool? Use the one that works best for you. Several of you have shared that you're already using AI, and that was super exciting and surprising for me. Many of you are uploading photos of your rooms and asking for decorating ideas, and then tweaking it until you have something concrete to bring to your decorator or your architect, which I loved because that's practical and genuinely fun, and I'm always in for that. Several of you are using AI to prepare for tough conversations with medical staff, family members, bosses, insurance companies, and lawyers. You don't walk in nervous or on your back foot. You walk in owning your agency. And I love that because that's exactly the point. AI for us is about empowerment. Finally, in the previous episode, I covered health, self advocacy, organizing your ideas, and photos. But here's what's next. Here's your fun ideas. This subject, money and your future. AI won't replace your financial advisor, but it'll make you a far better client. Why? Ask it to explain what an investment vehicle actually does. Ask it about interest rates. Have it break down Social Security timing options in plain English. Learn the basics of a Medicare supplement plan. Create a budget that works or explain why yours doesn't. Remember, do not put account numbers in, but you can do this manually or take a picture of something and black out what you don't want it to see. There are no dumb questions and no level of detail that's too much for AI. If so, it will tell you. Just double check anything that's really technical before you act on it. That is important. I'm not saying AI is flawless. I'm saying it's way better than a Google search. It never makes you feel stupid for asking, and it's a million times better than putting it off and never dealing with it, especially in the areas of money and your future. Next area, legacy and life review. This one is close to my heart. AI can help you write your ethical will, not what you're going to leave in assets, but what you want to say. Your values, your stories, what you want your grandchildren to know about who you were and how you lived. Tell it your memories and ask it to help you shape them into something lasting. And here's a twist on this that I want you to sit with. Ask AI to write your obituary. Mhm. Feed it your life, your accomplishments, what matters to you. You can speak it in or you can type it. Or if you have it written down somewhere, keep editing until it feels right. I know this sounds morbid, but it isn't. It's one of the most clarifying things that you can do as a human. You'll see where you're proud of yourself and what you still want to build. That's not dark, that's honest. And honestly, that's power. Grief and loss. AI can help you write an obituary when you can't find the words. It's a patient collaborator that holds the structure while you provide the love and the language. Use it in hard seasons to honor people that matter to you when you're in a tough place and it's hard to think. Caregiving. If you're caregiving for an aging parent, and many of you are, AI can help you understand a diagnosis, decode a care plan, research facility options. I love that. And prepare questions for a social worker or a hospice nurse. Listen, you are already exhausted. Let AI carry some of the weight of the research. Starting something, a side business, a blog, a nonprofit, the book that's been living in your chest for 20 years. AI can help you map it out, write a first draft, build a simple business plan, and figure out your next step. It's a remarkable collaborator for the woman who has something to say and doesn't know where to start. Isn't that all of us sometimes? That woman exists in my audience. I know she does. And baby, this encouragement is for you. Travel. AI can build a detailed itinerary. It can flag accessibility considerations, suggest restaurants based on your dietary needs or specific cuisine. It can help you research neighborhoods in cities that you've never been, like a well traveled friend who never tires of your questions and knows a lot. Learning something new. I love this, and I think it's a great way to continue to perceive AI. Want to learn watercolor? Want tips on winning mahjong? Ask AI to explain color theory in plain language and ask what you need to know to really win at mahjong. Wondering why your bladder does that thing? Stops, starts, stops again. Ask in detail. Ask and see what can be done. No embarrassment, no rushed appointment, just answers when you need them. Just talking it through. A final thing that AI is quite good for, and I couldn't leave it off the list. When you're working through a big decision and the people around you are too close to it or too tired to hear about it for one more time, AI can help you think out loud. You describe the situation, it asks questions and reflects back what it's hearing. It helps you find what you actually believe. It's not therapy, but it clears the fog. And try this, ask it, what questions am I not asking that I need to? That one will stop you cold and with dang good reason. I do this with my AI tool and I'm very impressed with the results. It doesn't give me the answers so much as help me to reframe how I'm looking at it or giving me different perspectives. and they've been super helpful. So, this, my dear friends who have made it this far, this is my benediction for you. May you see clearly that we are not the generation that waits to be invited. We are the generation that showed up anyway, to rooms that didn't expect us, to tables that didn't save us a seat, to transitions nobody warned us were coming. AI is just the next room, and may you walk in proudly. May you use every tool, every relationship, every hard won lesson you can find to make the most of the time that you have left. Not because time is running out, but because you know now that it matters. May you stay curious, stay capable, and refuse to make yourself small in a world that is moving fast. Remember to be grateful you lived through every major shift of the last 50 years. And this is just another one. We're still here, still becoming. Isn't that insanely beautiful? Remember, I'm rooting for you. So go get it, girl. I'm so grateful you listened to this episode. I hope it was a real value to you. If there's a sister in your life who needs this message, please share it, just like women have done to lift each other up over the centuries and across cultures. Women lifting each other is so important. It's why I do this work. And to avoid FOMO and keep up leveling your own life, make sure you don't miss the next episode. You may be losing hormones, but your life has given you powerful perspective. And I believe you have something to give that no one else does, that the world needs. So remember, I'm rooting for you. Let's go.